Hello, 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 hello. I hope everybody is having a fantastic morning. How are you all doing? I hope you're all doing good. Woke up not too long ago. I have coffee. I'm gonna be right back. Y'all keep listening to the music. What do you mean you don't hear the music? Alright, fine. We're putting everything back on track 1. Let me know if anything echoes. I went into my settings. I went to output. Is that just for... You know what? That's probably just for... recording. You can hear it now? Yeah. Alright, I'll have to look into it more. Everything's just back to being on track 1. Yeah, I'd also blame Notch. You're right. When in doubt, blame Notch. Let me go ahead, turn this off. Okay. No, cause I was like going on a whole... Let me close the door. Headphones are back on. Yep. Okay. I accidentally hit the wheel and needed to see how it sounded. No, because I was going on about how, I had just woken up and I was a little bit sleepy, but I just had my breakfast and coffee. And then I realized I didn't have my coffee. So that's a thing we have now. We have acquired the coffee. So, windowed game capture. So Euclidean. I agree. So, today we're just gonna go ahead and do some work on the arena. So last time we're gonna finish the bridge first as well. Last time we had gone ahead and done, like, the base of the bridge on this side. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna get rid of these support things that I made. And we're gonna rework it. Because doing the support things with obsidian, I think just looks too cluttered. It just doesn't look very good. So we'll think of what we want to do. But it's not this. Okay. It's going to be a little bit of mining at the start just to get rid of all this. But yeah, we did some work, at least starting the bridge. And we'll think of how we want it to look as we work on that. However, before anything else, I want to go ahead and get that shoreline over there where the moon's rising. I'd like to pull that forward. There goes multiple 20 seconds of my life. How will I recover? That's the neat part. I won't. No, but I broke an understack. Rip. What was I saying? What was I going on about? We're gonna pull the shoreline of the other side of the lake to be a little bit past the bedrock. And then once we've done that, we'll finish the bridge. And And then we'll work on the pathway to the bridge from the house. Or we'll even just get the base of the bridge on the other side, and then work on the house path. We'll get there. I don't like that the water's acting silly. It's not optimal. It wants to drain into nothingness. I would ask that it don't do that. Please fill in. I might need to go grab a water source block. I'm fearful that the lake is gonna end up going a whole block lower, which would not be optimal. Okay. Come over here. At the very least, this is a good opportunity to get some coffee in. Yeah, how is everybody doing this morning? I hope you're all hanging out. Hope you're all having a grand old time. I'm fairly relaxed. You can kind of see the pumpkin just over the hill. We should, like... Oh, you know it'd be fun? We could make, like, a little plaza for like, events, right? Like, for when a holiday is happening. I don't know what that noise was, but I heard a splash. Oh, yep, I knew it. Oh, it's using my bridge against me. Jeez. It's taking advantage of the surroundings, I guess. Whee! They're fighting out of the arena bounds. That is against the rules. Absolute heinous heckin' criminal. Good old coffee. Wakes you right up. Wakes you right up. Ban skeleton? You have moderator privileges, and I don't know if that's a command. Somewhere out there, a poor innocent kid with the username skeleton just got struck down. Poor guy. Poor guy. He had it coming. Shouldn't have fought outside the arena. That was his first mistake. That was his first mistake. We're almost done getting rid of these dinky support beams. We'll go ahead and figure out some other way to do the underside of the bridge, but for now we just won't have anything while we do the post. I just need to figure out how I'm gonna hide the bedrock. I don't think I have a dirt understack on me. I'm thinking we're gonna leave the ground as grass instead of sand as well. So it'll be a grassy lakeside instead of a... what's the word? Instead of a sandy one. Alright. Isn't for platform commands and YouTube uses app for users. Also YT ban system is pain. What's it say with the menu hide from channel? Like it doesn't say ban, it says something silly like that. Okay. So at a basis, we gotta do that, right? Thought I heard a sizzle. I was very concerned for a moment. Okay. So I'm trying to think, like, what a good way to do this would be. Maybe curve out from here. Alright, and then... like that, I'm thinking. Kind of bring the terrain around like this. And try and have it be like at least 2 out from any given point in the... Give me mod buttons any day. YouTube is just so silly. So quirky. Like that. One more. Okay, I need to go grab more grass, but as a very basic shape, I think it's coming out alright. More grass, more torches, just to go ahead and keep everything somewhat lit. Mm. Coffee. Coffee in a cup. Why am I singing? Die. 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 I'm tired. I'm eepy. I'm eepy sleepy. It'll take a sec for the coffee to actually, like, set in. So... until then, we're just kind of being goobers. Being silly. Alright. Put the sand in here. Accidentally enabled auto walk. It's like opening a chest, I want to say. It's like a very particular... I don't know what the timing is. It has something to do with opening a chest. Oh well. Go ahead and put some of the cobble back. Actually, no, I want to keep the cobble on me. The dirt is fine. We'll go ahead and bring the wool down here. And anything else I want to get rid of. The obsidian's fine. It's not a big deal. Now, I don't know. Do I have obsidian in one of these? Yeah, I have plenty. Okay. I have plenty. Torches are this final floor. We've got a lot of them. 2 stacks will be perfectly fine. Okay. I thought that would stay in 1 stack, but I was wrong. Okay. Let's go up this way. So... we're gonna finish terraforming the lakeside, torch everything up a good bit, and then we're gonna see where I want it to, like, line up. Once I've done that... Okay. So, let's go ahead and, like, actually keep this going like that. Instead of kind of curving inwards on itself, all silly. Good. And like that. And that should be fine for our shoreline. I want to say a lot of the water is also gravel over there, but it's not on this side. So I guess I could just keep using dirt in the water over here. Alright. So we'll finish patching up this area. And now the bedrock will be invisible as the entire lake dries up. Okay, let me go grab a water source block. Let me go grab a water source block. Thank you, Notch. Very cool. I just want to have a bridge, okay? And to have a bridge, I need a lake. And to have a lake, I need the sheep to get off of my roof. Or die. Whichever comes first. Okay. I should have... Those are source... No, those aren't the source blocks. Yeah, these are sources. Okay. So we'll go ahead, fill the lake back in. There's a monster dying somewhere. Probably down in the sponge mines. Okay. I walk away for 5 bloody seconds. Okay, it's this level. We'll let that all fill in. And then while that's doing that, let's go ahead and keep working over here. Good. Just gotta do this area, which I might have be a bit of a decline, I think, maybe? No. It should be flat. It should be flat. I think. Maybe part of it can be a decline. So... like that. And then kind of wrap it around. What's better than a bridge? Notch has land and removes your Wawa. I don't want Notch anywhere close to my Wawa. Alright. So that's good, and then we'll fill in this spot. The water is still fighting for its life over there. Fair enough. We're gonna have to swap all that sand as well. And also torch everything back up. I wonder if it's like... if whatever the heck I've done to this world counts as paranoia. I think it probably does. There's plenty of people who'd argue it does. It's time for me to go horizontal mode, Nai-Nai. Good night, Lego. Farewell. Farewell. Take care. Wahoo! Okay. This single water source block is not succeeding in its task. It's being overworked and underpaid. Okay. We'll go back home and grab more dirt and more torches. Not more dirt and more torches. More dirt and more of the water source blocks. We'll grab like 8 of them. Should be enough. Should be enough to get everything to be filled in. Okay. Sip. Coffee. Take this. 2 stacks is enough. We'll get 3 just in case. Okay. Alright. I still need to do the area of my storage for things that I just will not open after a certain version. Because they just won't be safe. Okay. So this should be enough to go ahead and get the lake to actually fill in. We'll need to come over here, I'm thinking. And so that'll fix up this segment, I thought. Alright, it's becoming abundantly clear that filling in is the absolute last thing this spot wants to do. Come on. Okay. So we're beginning to run into a little bit of a problem. And the problem is that the ground ain't flat down here. And I'm guessing if I flatten it, that should help, but... It could also be that there's a cave over there. Maybe that's, like, messing with the flow logic. Maybe it's trying to, like, drain into the cave or something. I don't know. I have no idea what it's doing right now, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. All I know is that there's grass in the lake now. Oh, it liked that. Liked me placing that one block. Okay. Maybe I just need to, like, update the water a bit to, like, tell it, hey, you can keep going? Or... Not too sure. Not too certain. All I know is that I'm gonna need more dirt, probably. I say that, we have plenty. Okay. Once it becomes night, we'll go ahead and fix more of the torches up. Once it's fully night, I mean. Okay, and then... kind of terraform down here a little bit. Update. Update water. Go forth. Go forth, my little bloober. It hates me. It hates me. The water is so mean. Well, I hate the water. I quickly became hydrophobic. Get rid of that. These little 1-block spots can go. I'd like the sun to be completely gone so that the lighting fully updates, please. I want to be able to see. Eyesight is actually really good. Contrary to popular belief, eyes would recommend. Would recommend to a friend or coworker. There. Okay, lighting's updating. It's not fully updated yet, but it's getting there. It's taking its sweet time. Nope. It's uneven. Okay. So this shoreline is just about lit up. Okay. It's not really going to help, I guess, for being in the water. We do kind of need it to be daytime to actually see out there, which is sad but fair. Makes sense. Okay. At the very least, all the grass is now lit. I guess while we're waiting for it to become daytime, we can fix up this spot, get rid of the sand. Alright. We should make some sort of forest area. That could be cool. Build like a taiga, an artificial taiga biome with a little campsite. That could be a fun build. I think that'll be an over on that side of the world thing. We've got the desert biome over here. Little mini desert. Okay. It's good. Yeah, getting that extra stack of dirt was the play. Okay. Doot. 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 Okay. Take a sip. Thank you, coffee, for not fully staying in the cup. It's what I pay you for. To get onto my pajamas. That's exactly why you're here, cup of coffee. Glad you're getting the memo. Okay. We can leave the one there. That seems to be doing its job pretty well, all things considered. We'll go ahead and fill this area in with dirt. Also seems like a lot of the grass is disappearing. Okay. So let's return over to here. And we'll make sure like this terraforming is good down here. Which I'd say it probably is, yeah. The terrain is already fine on this side. Do something like that. And then kind of wrap it around to here. Think that works. That's good. Gonna want more dirt. At the very least, I don't think the water's going to recede anymore going back that way. Just for the fact of that one water source is there. I think that should serve as a barrier to it pulling backwards any more than it has. Time to grab even more dirt. I could just use an understack, but like, my chests are full. I have so much dirt that is not going anywhere from the Colosseum that I should probably get some use out of. Might be smart. Might be smart. Yeah. Grab 4 more Be on guard. Is that outside? Something fall into the trench? Where did that come from? Yep, this is why we have the trench. This is what it's for. You see me. You can't reach. Skill issue. Thought it was so clever. Thought it was so smart. And where did it get it? Falling into a hole. That's where. That's where. That's what it gets. Okay. Okay. Think yeah, this area's good now. So let's go back to there. The moon is starting to... It's closer to day than it is to the start of night, so that's good. And yeah, it doesn't look like the water's pulled back anymore. So that's good. We'll finish terraforming this bit of the lake. Kind of wrap this around this way. No monsters. Good. This doesn't need the terraforming, but I'd like for the bottom of my lake to be clean. Then I can probably do like some pretty underwater decorations, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Okay, and that kind of blends into where the cliff is. Break those. Get everything down here. I wonder how the game keeps track of like whether or not to leave air whenever a water gets broken. Like what triggers the mass evaporation? I'd have to check. I'm not too sure. Okay, we'll deal with this kind of broken terrain over here. Just kind of smooth it out. Like that. Pig, you are running around and enjoying this place. It is going to be underwater soon. If you haven't realized that fact yet. Enjoy your time, because this will return to being a lake. And there's not much you can do about it, bud. Not much you can do. Okay. So, terrain-wise, that's fine. This whole area's good. Maybe pull that in like that. Okay. Let's see what it looks like down here. And if it's good, then we'll go ahead and fill in the rest of the lake. Take some of the gravel. Like that. Fill in over here. And maybe get just a bit along this edge. Okay. Oh, there's one block that I missed over here. Alright, anything else? Swap this out for gravel. Just to kind of keep the pattern consistent-ish. And... Alright. With this block, that was just a shadow. There was nothing there. Okay. Go ahead, quick sip of coffee. And now, I'd say the lake is good to refill. So, that there. Gonna come back along this shoreline. Bridge will actually have water under it. Good. Okay. Fill in that. Fill in that. Now I just need to get everything else to fill. Which might be more difficult than I initially thought. What is the water physics in this version? What is going on? Okay. It doesn't want to go when it hits these sorts of ledges. Okay. We'll leave these water spawner blocks in here. And we're just gonna hope they end up filling the lake a bit more, I guess. It's the pain in the butt thing about working with this size of water. When you have, like, close-ish to Terraria physics working against you. Okay, what do we have on this side, bridge-wise? Yeah, like, what is going on here? Okay. Fighting the water, tooth and nail. Keep everything nice and lit, wherever I may be. This area seemed fine, for the most part, Okay. So, our start to the bridge... Oh. That's fair. The start to our bridge is, like, right in front of a torch, so if I want to keep the lighting even on here, I'll need to keep that in mind. Okay. What is going on? There's gotta be, like, a better way to go about this that I'm just not picking up on. I don't want to have to fill in the entire bottom of the lake, but that might be what has to happen. That works. I don't get it. I really do not understand what I am looking at here. If I go onto the wiki, pull up water source block, or water spawner, usage, It doesn't give me any of the specifics of the water physics, which is suboptimal. Suboptimal. Okay. So, let's go ahead. Line up the torch. Okay. Over here. And I believe it's too tall. But I'm not too sure. Let me go check on the other side. Walk away from the music. Okay, it's too tall. With that slab at that bottom bit. Goes out 3. Okay. Yeah. Walk back to the music. Okay. Drop the obsidian again. No. No. Bad. Kind of pull the terrain back a little bit. Okay, this is as far as it can go because of the bedrock, so... Need to keep that in mind. Like that. Have more water evaporate, because why wouldn't it? Not that it mattered, it was buried. Okay. So now this lines up pretty good with that other side. Now, it starts a little bit on land, but that's just because of where the shoreline is. And I like the shoreline, so it's what's happening. So that goes like 1 up with each step. So 1, 2, 3. Did my armor take damage from that? Okay. Okay. Fair enough. It's good. Take the mossy cobble. So the idea is to at least get the base on both sides. We can fill in the middle then. And we'll see how we want this to look. But... just to match it up on both sides. Is it already becoming night again? I feel like the days and nights are so short in this. I didn't realize it was that close to night. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and fill back up on coffee. Be right back. Alright, I am... move the mic a little bit. I am back. Switch over to game. Okay. Good. And I don't remember the exact distance between these on that side. Okay. Clearly I'm doing something wrong. I'm just not entirely sure what it is. You can go ahead and like put little cobblestone bits, I guess, in the water. Just spots to put the spawner blocks on, maybe? That didn't survive. What in the world are these water physics? What are we working with here? Fill the lake. I don't want to have to place cobblestone at the bottom. I'll do it if I need to, but I really don't want to. Who does this benefit? Okay. Alright. I was gonna go to the other side and see what it's like. Okay. I'm gonna need to do major terraforming around this, like, cliff area for it to work the way I want it to. Which is fine, but... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there is 5 in between that and the next pillar. Got it. Got it. Time to be able to see it crap all. Water is still not really doing anything. Love to see it. Love to see it. Was hoping that it would just go ahead and do my job for me, but can't have crap. Okay. Make sure I get this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's hard to, like, line myself up inside of the water, so I don't want to try and count. Not when it's nighttime, at least. Okay. Now from here, this is an easy alignment. Yeah. Good. Seven. We can come back over here, and then kind of do what we did on that other side, make the mossy cobble kind of inconsistent. Just for that visual effect. So we did it like 1 to start, and then that works. Okay. Neat little visual doohickey. Okay. Hop over here. And then the rest of this will be using the normal cobblestone. Okay. So we can't jump off the bridge. Now, in terms of light, this doesn't really match the torch pattern on the ground, but that's fine. We'll just put things on each of the posts. Because the bridge is kind of self-contained. And then the floor of the bridge will match the pattern. So that way we get best of both, best of both. And this should line up fairly good, given the whole fact that the center, or not the center, but both sides are like aligned to the torches in the same way. So it should match up pretty nicely. Okay. So yeah, now we have that same base on both sides. We'll work on the bridge itself before even attempting to mess with the water any more than we have. Okay. So that's 5. So I guess let's go like 10 in this direction. I don't know how much room we've got, but okay. Hop up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I think 10's a good number. Fall into the water, break every bone in my body. That is not what I wanted to place. No! No! Okay. That's fine. Just need to spend another half minute of my life breaking that. That's fine. Means I can sip coffee. Oh, I left the door open. Here, I'll go ahead and close that in a moment. Okay. It's good. It's good. Okay. And real quick, just to fully match that other side, I am using obsidian to, like, hide the sides of the cobble. It's just that I need to find a different thing to use for the support beams. Could use iron. Iron could be neat. Although it's not really on the palette of the one thing, so we'll see. We'll see what we use. I'm gonna need to grab more of my obsidian. Hard to really, like, tell quite where I'm lined up at. It's good. Okay. There we go. Then I just need to get that last area over here. This is gonna look nice. Gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. Sipping coffee. Once I finish the bridge, I'll go ahead do the pathway. If I still have time before work for the day. And once that pathway is done, so it's either what am I waffling about? It's either we get to the point where I need to go because I need to get ready for work, or I finish the pathway from the bridge to the house. Whichever one of those comes first. And once we've gotten that... Also, let me see, how does this bridge line up with the path on that side? I don't think I ever stopped to, like, question that. probably doesn't perfectly match, but we can fix it up a little bit. Make it into like a 5 by spot. Yeah. Do that. Come out, one more. Okay. So yeah, now that lines up with the bridge itself. And then it transitions into this like 4 pathway to go ahead and go to the arena. Also, that one house is like perfectly lined up with the entrance and the moon, which is kind of sick. It's not gonna be visibly like that, I don't think. Maybe I could have like glass panes, like big old windows on the arena to keep that view of the moon going through it at the entrance, but I'm not sure. Okay. Let's come back over here. And this will be entirely cobble for this segment of the bridge. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the water. I really don't know what's going on here. The physics are incredibly weird. Incredibly silly. Do that. We'll go ahead and get the guardrail on this side. 10. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna have to, like, fill the ground with cobble or something. I really can't think of any other solution here. Which will be fairly annoying. I mean, I could also use sand, I guess. Do I have any... I'll use mossy cobble for it, just because I have an understack of that. Will be easy enough to tell apart from the ground. Okay. So that is good. So yeah, let's go ahead, take this. Mine these out. Get rid of any of the weird water supports. And... start... Well, I also need more cobble, so I can use stone. Let's see if it prefers filling onto level ground. And then we'll do something to, like, update it. Okay. Because I need more cobble for the bridge, so if I use stone, I'll just get more of that when I have to clean this up. Okay. Fill all of this in. And then we'll break one of the water spawners, right? Break one of those, put it onto this stone platform, and hopefully that'll fill up. We will see. I have honestly no clue. Oh, well. Me accidentally placing one stone block where I didn't mean to went ahead and filled in all of that, so that will work. That will function. Once I break that, it'll probably flood fill. Okay. Now we know. I did have to fill in the lake. I didn't want to, but oh well. I didn't mean for that one. Do one right there. At least I thought that's how it would work. There you go. Just took you a sec to update. Fair enough. Mine all this back out so that the lake will actually have the right terrain. Okay. And all this cobble will be used to finish up the bridge. I'm hoping that whenever I go ahead and break all these water spawner blocks, it does not just go ahead and immediately start evaporating where it was. That would be highly inconvenient. Highly inconvenient. The one issue is I do have to break every bit of stone if I want my terrain to be what I intended. Break that. Even put a thing there. You see? You see, this is the nonsense that I have to put up with. Okay. There. Good. Good. So, next up, we have to deal with all that in a moment, but first, let's finish breaking all the stone. How much cobble did that give me? Okay, quite a bit. So this is at least a good way to go ahead and get the rest for the bridge, which is nice. Okay. Just kind of mine around all the way. Head all the way around. I need to do that little corner as well. It's definitely in a weird spot. I'd like to get the bridge done before I go to work, mainly because I want to get an isometric of it. I think that'd be really cool to have. Okay. Fill in underneath both of these. Okay. Should end up filling back in, I think. I don't know if I have any water spawner blocks stopping this from evaporating this way, so we're going to put one right here. Just to kind of hold the line a little bit. As well as one right here. I don't want the water to regress any more than it has. That would be highly inconvenient. Highly inconvenient. Okay. Fill back in, please. Please and thank you. Do I need to put a thing next to you? Is that what needs to happen? Yep, okay. So I think this half of the lake is now stable. Looks like it is, at least. Okay. do do do. Little water overlay. Okay. I wonder if I can change the water overlay. If that's a separate texture from the water itself. It'd be kind of funny. Kind of silly. Should I try and, like, mangle together some sort of texture pack? That could be fun. Not for, like, actual use, I don't think. I think I do prefer to have the in-game textures. But it could be for, like, a fun one-off stream. See what I can make the world look like. Can make the grass purple for Halloween. Seasonal grass texture. Okay. Pick up all of this, and okay, this side is good. Now, we're gonna save the game real quick. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee real quick. Okay. And now, we'll go ahead and we'll continue the bridge. So I had 10 blocks in between, and then that last center bit will be just whatever space is left. I think it'll be a little bit more than 10 blocks, if I'm doing this right. Trying to make a bridge to cross the lake, and the lake's trying to go away, so I don't need a bridge. This is why we can't have crap. Why we can't have crap. Okay. Get the torches in all the spots where they need to be. And then... okay. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Good, 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 good. Grab more of those, and... drop down from here. Break my bones. Why don't I? So how much space is left between these? I'd say enough for, like, one... It's not gonna go up much more. I think it will just go ahead and, like, connect the 2 bits in the center of this. It's gonna be the play. I need to go grab more of my obsidian. Yeah, I would place that on accident, wouldn't I? Wouldn't I? Why not? Take some coffee while I break that. Do. There we go. Take our single piece of obsidian as a consolation prize. Not obsidian, cobblestone. Okay. We'll go grab more obsidian, like 2 stacks of it should be enough for the rest of the bridge. If I'm not mistaken. Maybe 3 stacks to be safe, but we'll see. We'll see what it looks like. I don't think I need more slabs. Well, we'll grab 2 more stacks of slabs and 3 of obsidian. Should be good. Should be plenty. With this rinky-dink little pond, and I don't know what to do with it. Could, like, add a couple of trees around it, try and make it look calming. If we had a fish, if fish were a thing, then I could put one in the pond and it'd be swell. But that is not a thing. Fish aren't real. Fish aren't real. Put the saplings in there. I don't remember where the slabs are. Okay, yeah, they're on this floor. Where are you? Here you are. So 3 stacks of slabs should be good. And let's have 3 of obsidian. There should be plenty to go ahead and finish off the bridge. We have all the mossy cobble and normal cobble we'll ever need. Okay. Away we go, away we go, away we go. Wah, wah, wah. It's just such a sad little pond. Every time I walk past it, I'm like, wow. Okay. I'm glad that's there. Okay. So, let me go ahead and put that there. That there. And now we kind of have the basis for the next segment, so I can fall in the water instead of being able to cross to the other side like I wanted to. Let's do that. It's a great idea. Alright. That works. So now we can go across the bridge from one side to the other. Not that it looks good yet. Not that the top is done, but we can cross it. It is, by strict technicality, a completed bridge. Okay. Get all of this. Then we'll need to do that obsidian bit with the pillar. Pull this out a little bit. One more right there. Okay, good. We'll need to have the obsidian line blocking the side of the cobble at the front. And then these will be matching each other. Got a couple of skeletons over there doing their thing. We're gonna hope they don't come over here to shoot me into the water. That would be mildly inconvenient. Mildly. Okay. And we'll go back through and make sure all the pillars are actually, like, at the bottom of the water whenever this is done. We're gonna have to go deal with those skeletons. It's going to have to happen. If they're still even around, mind you. Yeah, they are. Dealt with? Okay. I don't see that other one. Maybe it despawned. Maybe it's gone. I hear it. There she blows, Captain. Dealt with. Okay. Drop down here, finish the pillar. Go ahead, get the rest of the safety railing. Look at that, handrails. We're gonna pass OSHA. It's gonna be great. And we have enough cobble to finish the top of the bridge. So that is part of the way done. And I guess we'll have like a central pillar just to go ahead and like make the handrails make sense. Which I don't know how long this is, so we'll go ahead and place these down. Start the railing, get rid of this. Okay. Alright, how long are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15, that works really nicely. So there is a direct center of the bridge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? Yeah. No, it's this one. Okay. And now that we have the center, you can go ahead and do that. Do that. Drop down here and make the pillars go all the way to the water. That's fine, those ones are good. I don't want to say all these match up with the water. The only one that might not is here, so we'll keep an eye on that. Or we'll block ourselves in under the water and have to mine another piece of obsidian. Because why wouldn't we do that? That sounds like a wonderful idea. That's a wonderful idea. Okay. Let's get the bits of obsidian around the sides. We'll also go ahead and fill in under here. Or do we want to have... I guess it makes more sense for this to be obsidian. To kind of show that that's the center of the bridge and match up with the rest of the cobble. Good. Get over here. Be patient about placing them so I don't have to mine anymore. Four. Okay. That's good. So now we need to figure out what we want to do for the supports. We could use mossy cobble. Let me like look up a picture of a bridge for reference. So a whole bunch of different types. Ours... Okay. I'm thinking. Can use mossy cobble for the support. Instead of the obsidian, to have some level of, like, kind of differentiating. Because the obsidian just kind of looked, like, messy. Didn't really look like support, because it just kind of blended in with the rest of it. But if we do it like this... Okay, hold up. Hold up, I'm cooking. The kitchen's on fire, but I am still cooking. Because I'm trying to, like... My things don't look supportive enough. But when I do that, that's a lot better. So it needs to, like, actually go along the obsidian up here. And that way it gives more of that actual supportive look. The inside will be a little bit more difficult to do, but I think we just have it go across. So it's actually, like, connected. Like so. And over here to bring that all the way up. Like that. Okay. And then we just do what we did on the other side over here. And we'll stick to the mossy cobble down here for the reasoning of this is in the water. But we might have, like, those top bits where it gets kind of high be the normal cobble. Okay. Okay. We're cooking. We've got this. And then just a normal... like that. We'll have to, like, make it kind of go across in the center of the bridge. And to make this work better, we'll get rid of these center bits. Right? Because it looked a little bit too thick at that part of the bridge. Alright, I'm liking this. I'm liking this quite a bit, actually. This is coming along better than I expected. Okay. So, now... we go ahead and kind of connect these just across the thing. Wherever it's, like, exposed to water. Or not to... I guess, like, wherever it could technically be visible, that's where we need to have it connect. It can be hollow underneath the bridge, but it's gotta actually be visible. Okay. Come over here. I kind of like the entire bottom of the bridge being mossy cobble, actually. I think that works. Like, maybe I could do some sort of gradient with it, I guess. But this is, like, what gets exposed to the splashing of the water and all that. Up there would be pretty dry. Plus, otherwise, like, all the center is just cobble. So, it's probably better to have it like this. Okay. Come over here. We'll go ahead, put some torches down in the inside so that no monsters appear. Alright. Failed to place one in a spot where it needs to go. Because why wouldn't I do that? Okay. And up here. Coffee is gone. No more coffee. The caffeine fiend in me must now be sated. There. Okay. That looks not bad. Go ahead and put this in here. Just to make the bottom, the end of it good. Now I just need to do this half, and I'm done. The bridge will be finished. I'll only need to light it up, as well as, here. Here, I want this to still be obsidian so that it's, like, evenly going into itself. Okay. I still need to fix the water, which is fairly important, but... okay. Not gonna be able to go underneath the bridge in this spot. I'm gonna keep all of that actually, like, lined up. Okay. We'll go ahead, put down our torch, and then do the inside. The nice thing is that I'm mostly not working with obsidian anymore, so I can just not cry myself to sleep anytime I misplace a block. A wonderful thing. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm full of beans. Okay. Good. Come over to this side. Left the music behind. This is so sad. This is so sad. C418. Where are you, bud? Where are you, pal? Okay. really doesn't matter if I pick that up in the slightest. Okay. Make sure all this is filled in. We'll go out on the other side. And it doesn't need to not be hollow because no one will ever see it. And it will be great. Alright. So honestly, the bridge itself is done. I just need to light it up. And then go ahead and fix the water. And it should be complete. I think it's looking pretty good, all things considered. Oh, I need to do up here. Good. That's good. And I can walk across it with no issues. Let's go. The bridge to the arena town is complete. Grab our torches. Still got water source blocks. And we'll finish doing that bottom segment of the lake. You know, I could also just use an understack of water spawner blocks, because those do break instantly. They break instantly, so I could just... That would make life a lot easier for filling in the lake. Hold up. We've got to innovate. We need to innovate. Okay. I've got plenty of water spawner blocks just lying around. So that should make life fairly easy. And yeah, we have an understack right there, so... We'll go ahead and use this to fill in the bottom of the lake. And then I can instantaneously break every single one of them once it's filled in. But first we're going to go ahead and light up the bridge. Because that's a little bit more important than fixing the water. Having things not be constantly jumping us would be swell. Okay. And now we will see that the bridge is perfectly even because the torches match up right there. And then they're the same on the other side, so we did it right. Perfect. Okay. Then we'll go ahead and get the torches on top of each one of the posts. Just to have that be consistent. Hop up here, do the same on this side. Yeah. And I can purposefully jump off the bridge if I want to, but I won't accidentally jump off a bridge, which is great. Love to see it. Save game. Wander. Save. Yep. Yep. Okay, so all that's left for this part is fixing the water. Which... potentially easier said than done, but... it should be doable. We'll just fill in everywhere where the water isn't quite where it needs to be. And all of this will break instantaneously, so it won't be an issue to get rid of, like the stone would be. Oh, well, we accidentally did that, so... Now it's gonna start coming at us while we work on this. Okay. I wonder if it can fill over the water spawner blocks. You'd think it can. These seem like they're solid, but... maybe it can't. I'm beginning to fear that it can't, because I feel like it would have just flooded this entire area if it could. Okay, hold up. Before we continue placing more of these... put that down. Does it not recognize these as solid blocks? It does. Kind of. At least a little bit. It's hard to tell, like, what's happening because it's still nighttime. Okay. Like, these are solid blocks. You can put torches and crap on them. Maybe it's struggling because of the lighting updates. Maybe it just doesn't have enough power. Enough memory or whatever. Maybe? Not sure. We'll continue placing these down because we saw it can spread onto them. Even one block doing that is a good sign. Because it means it's possible. Okay. Fill in all of this. And if I ever accidentally miss a single one of these, then my game will eventually crash. So I need to make sure that none of these water spawner blocks get left whenever I am done. In the slightest. Okay. Also, real quick, I'm gonna put torches beneath the bridge. Just to be able to kind of see down here. Well, the water's vaguely filling this way. Okay. See, my one concern is that in using these blocks for this, it's just going to be a pain in the butt to clean them all up eventually. Like, I'm gonna try my best to get rid of all these, but if I miss any one of them, it's gonna get very silly very quickly whenever we eventually jump to InfDev. Okay. But, like, otherwise, it goes ahead and breaks extremely quick, so in terms of, like, practicality, this is the perfect thing to fill it in with. This is the absolute quickest cleanup. I don't think there's any other instant break blocks at this point. Okay, fill that in. And over here. Good. So now underneath the bridge is lit, which we love to see. Okay. Keep taking it around this way. Good. Any more that needs to be filled, or... No, it looks like it's all covered. So it's kind of filling these barriers between where there is and isn't ground, and hopefully this should start letting things fill in. Instead of having the goofy waterfall effect. I have absolutely no idea what Notch was cooking with these physics, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. This is extremely goofy to work with. Okay. It's good. You can come over here. Okay. So, what I'm realizing is that the water blocks don't work to fill things in. And this was all an exercise in futility. Because it filled perfectly fine across that dirt, but the second I tried to use the water, it failed. So, time to go ahead and start from square one again. Break everything. I mean, I say that, it's kind of filling in as I break it, right? I think this might be helping, because I'm, like, updating the water beneath it. And it's kind of filling in as I do that. Huh. Okay. I don't know what the logic is here, but it is working. This is technically functioning how I wanted it to, so... Come on, fill in. I am hopeful that will fill in eventually. I'd like to not have bubbles beneath the area. Okay. Kind of get this. Come on, fill. I'm unsure if this will fully work. It's just inconsistent enough in what's getting filled to have me highly concerned. Like, it's mostly working, but it's not being 100%, and that's concerning. Okay. Come across this way. Good. Pick up these. I can't be certain that I got all of them. Maybe I can, like, make a tool to print out whenever it finds one of this block inside of the block array. I've done that for, like, a flower detector for the world, so it wouldn't be impossible to do. Just to make sure I've got every single one of these blocks so I'm not crashing the game eventually. And then being like, what? I wonder what happened. Why is the game not opening? That isn't supposed to happen. For context, basically, eventually the water spawner block gets removed, and it takes a bit before another thing uses its ID. Eventually, every single one of these will turn into a monster spawner block, but I need to, like, have them in a chest that I never open for that to work. Because otherwise, if it tries to load the block in any way, shape, or form, it will just crash, because it doesn't exist. Which is suboptimal. Now, I think I had, like, -5 when I started this, so I know I've at least got most of these. Over there seems fine. Over here's good. -3. Okay. I guess I also had, like, some of these already sitting out. Good. I had, like, 8 of them deployed just around this area. 8 and then, like, negative something in terms of the understack that I started with. Maybe if I, like, slowly push this air bubble out to not be... not be beneath there. Yep, it's good. And do I still have any over here? I don't think so, but we should check. Think I cleared out all of those, so we should be good. Shouldn't be any water spawners left this area draining. You gotta make very sure that there's no spots left in this lake that are trying to drain. Because otherwise, we're gonna have to do all of this all over again. Because water physics. Because water physics. Got -10 in our hotbar. I don't know how much we started with. I guess we just need to keep an eye out anytime we come over to the bridge. Make sure that there's no water spawners left, and eventually, if our game crashes one day, we'll make backups before updating the world to InfDev, and make sure none of the problem blocks are placed. Okay. So, with that, the bridge should be done. I'd like it to become daytime first, before I really take a good look at it. Let's go ahead, clean up our inventory of everything that doesn't quite matter. We'll keep the gravel. because I am going to be using that for the pathway. I'd like to finish up the path to the bridge, but then we should be good. And I'll probably end the stream for the day after we finish that bit of the path. So I can go ahead and get ready for work and just relax a little bit. It'll be swell, it'll be grand. Put the flint up there, keep the gravel, sand, dirt over here. Obsidian goes down there, we'll keep the torches. I don't know where this chest came from. I don't know when I picked this up. But I don't need it. In you go. Into the understack you go. Okay. Obsidian's over here. So one thing I need to do at some point soon, and we'll see exactly when I decide to get around to that, is make the kind of, what's the word? Vault. I think I used the word vault before. Make the vault for all the items that are going to get removed and eventually replaced with other things in a spot where, like, I know, hey, don't open this chest until this item has been re-implemented. Maybe I can, like, kind of build numbers to signify the versions. But I mean, look at that. That bridge is not half bad. We're going to want to kind of terraform the cliffs around the water, just to make sure everything is looking right. But it's a nice little pathway to the arena. We don't have to awkwardly go over the side anymore. We can just walk directly to there. And we have a spot to fight the monsters. And it will be great. Like that skeleton over there, who we are not messing with right now. Because I cannot be asked. Me and my gold armor, over 100 of each piece. We're simply too cool. Too cool for the skeleton. Okay. So, let's go ahead, work on the path a little bit. We'll go ahead and break this. Do that. And just start getting some of the gravel down to begin. And so the idea is to kind of bring it around this way. And we're going to have this path eventually extend over to the desert and the funeral home and the ship and all that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this spot right here and just kind of work with this. Okay. Those sponge mines are going to be filled with gravel. We're going to have to keep that in mind. It's such a weird spot in the world. Okay. So we kind of have just like a single 4x spot whenever we curve. That's how you were doing this. Just like that. Good. We're just gonna mass fill every spot instead of placing support. That's what I'm thinking, at least. And I'm gonna have where this road curves. Like, I'm trying to think. We'll have it, like, meet It's kind of like lay out the path a little bit. I don't think we did it like this for the rest of the road. I want to say we did actively build support, but it's probably smart to start getting that area down there filled in at least a little bit. Plus, this just adds to the chaos that is the sponge mines if we ever decide to turn it into an actual build. Then we just have more silly things to work with down there. Okay. So I'm thinking we get kind of to this clearing, and then from there, we split into two paths, one going this way, one going there. And the split path that goes that way will lead to the bridge. Think if that's the play. So... what's sneaking around down there? Zombie and skeleton. Fair enough. Okay. I don't know quite exactly how I want to do this spot. I think they're fighting to the death. That's what it sounds like. I'm a little bit concerned that a fight down there happens between, like, a creeper and a skeleton or something. And then it just blows up and causes the entire pathway to fall down. Because that seems very possible. If not even probable. Okay. We'll get this spot. Kind of make the path up as I go. These two. Good. And so that's kind of the start of one branch of it. Curves all silly. Let's go one more this way. Okay. And we can work from there, continuing towards the ship, continuing towards the desert temple, all that. For now, though, we split over this way. Right. So we take... where? Was I shot at from down there? Oh my goodness! Pal was ready for it. He was waiting. Lying in wait, ready to strike when I least expected it. Okay. Keep exposing it to the light and then just sealing them all away again. Oh, that zombie's getting close. He is, like, trying to parkour his way up. Okay. Oh? He's in the ground beneath where we are. I wonder if he's dead? Or, no, the items would come up if he died, I think, so... He's probably just chilling down there inside the gravel, since I don't think suffocation is a thing yet. Okay. Good. We're gonna have to place a bunch of the torches back. which is fine. Right now I'm mainly just focused on getting the pathway. I'm thinking right here. Morning. Alright, I'm back. Audio is back. Saying hi to my grandpa. Just got home. Okay. Okay. Shoot. Break that. Okay. Now we're good. 4. And then kind of transition this into 3. Kind of have a little curve to it. I've been meaning to, like, actually work on the path for a long time, and I just had never gotten around to it. Okay. Like that. We're really just gonna have to fix the torches all along the path. Maybe one day we'll have little lamps, I'm thinking, on the sides. Just to keep everything nice and lit up. That could be cute. Okay. Bring this over this way. How close are we to that branch? Fairly close? Relatively? Kind of curve it this way a wee bit. Do 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 do. Okay. Yeah, this should work good. Bring this out more. don't think I want my pathway to really mess with that lump of terrain. I don't want to change that, so we'll bring it this way. Kind of a slight bend. Plus that just looks cute. The path not being a complete straight line. Bring it back this way. I don't know what this crafting table's doing here, but it doesn't need to be here. Then again, it's also been sitting here for who knows how long, so I kind of want to leave it. We'll leave it for now. We'll find something to do with it. We'll think of something. It will have its uses. Alright. The sponge mines are being buried in gravel. This is so sad. So sad. It's all over the place. So dirty. So dirty. Okay. Like that. Good. And over here. My one concern is that with all these torches removed, something's going to sneak up behind me while I'm working on this and just drop me into the sponge mines. And considering the state of affairs down there, that sounds like a very dangerous thing to have happen. Okay. Considering respawning isn't a thing, I need to make sure I'm saving somewhat frequently. Okay. What's this looking like? That's just missing the torchlight, that's why. Okay. I'd be very curious to, like, go down there and see just what it looks like. Because I guess for the most part, it's gonna kind of look like the path up here. But like a weird path pillar. Some silliness. Thinking this one can go. I see that creeper over there. It's not sneaky. I should probably deal with it before it gets sneaky. Dealt with. I think I see... Yeah, there's another one over there. And it is coming my way. Okay. Good. Alright. Torch up the path just a tad bit so that everything is somewhat sane. Another creeper. You're not sneaky. You're not sneaky. Now those sheep are getting in the way. Good. Good, 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 good. Okay. Over here seems fine. Fix up the torches some more. It's good. Okay. Right there. And I think this spot starts to get relatively sane. Don't mean to place that there. and kind of bring that curve over this way. This should probably be like this. Keep the curve going. Like so. I don't think it'll perfectly match up, but we can do some cleanup to make sure it works. Like that. And honestly, that worked very good. Okay. We picked, like, the perfect spot to start curving it. Because, yeah, now it just keeps that consistent angle. Okay. Like that. And then kind of terraform around this a little bit. Something like that, I'm thinking. Okay. And now we just need to fix up the torches where the path was placed. Okay. Got a crafting table here. Yeah, it's not gonna snap to it. Okay, we can't put any torch on the crafting table, that's fine. That's fine. We'll leave it there. I don't remember when I put that there, but I kind of want to leave it, and I don't know why. Like, there's a gut feeling saying I should not get rid of that specific crafting table. I could not tell you why. Okay. Good. Good. And so now, our gravel pathway finally worked a bit more on that. Leads from the house over to here where it branches off, and it's gonna go over in that direction towards the flag, towards the dock, all that. And then it also goes over there, which I need to go ahead and do more work over there. Finish breaking down all the towers, all that. But it's also connected to the house. So I have a path from the house to the arena, which I think is very good. So what we're going to go ahead and do, because we've gotten some good progress done, and I'm about to go ahead and end stream, I'm going to take an isometric. I want to say have that particular patch on here that fixes up the isometric screenshots. But let's see. Okay. Go to C, users, Lippy, and 13. I guess it's also nighttime. I want to get a daytime screenshot. It's not particularly close to becoming day. Let's go ahead and like get on top of the roof, I guess, so we can get a good look. Good look at the moon. Alright, run up here. So I guess we'll see when it's getting close in a moment. Yeah, it's kind of hard to really tell given the whole it being nighttime. But I'm liking what I can vaguely see. We'll wait for it to become day, and that's when I'll take another screenshot and share it on stream. Okay. So, with that then, the very basic like bridge to the place and the pathway are done. So I need to finish the floor of the arena, finish the walls, really just finish the arena in general. I need to go ahead, make the stalls in the front, and like fix up that terrain. So the entrance point to it's pretty nice. And then that project will be done. I'll have the village that I'm building around it, but that's more of like a secondary thing, right? That's its own project. So we're doing pretty good. It's gonna be easily the biggest structure in the world right now. Like, the boat was pretty big. The boat's taken up a good bit of space. The desert, I guess, might be bigger, technically. I'm not sure. But also, practically speaking, I consider that less of a structure and more of, like, kind of an artificial biome, if that makes sense. Like, I consider that more terraforming than I do it being an actual build. That's what I'm getting at. One day that little tiny floating island will have a waterfall sticking off of it. That day's not today. I still need to go ahead and make the cove eventually. Wanted to like kind of have a pirate cove over here. Make like a little mini bar, do something cool inside of here. Which, I don't know if that'll be next stream, but I want to get this done. I want to get this made. Because, I mean, look at that. That's such a cute little vibe. A little mini pirate bar just kind of put into this cove right by our personal beach with our sand castle. I like that this is the only palm tree that actually kept some of its leaves because it's like barely poking a tree. It's kind of funny. Here, we're gonna remove that just for the sake of keeping those consistent. We'll figure out a fix for them later. We'll get to that. Got another one of the trees. I need to build more trees just around the place. Okay. It's becoming day. I'll wait for the lighting to fully update throughout the whole world. And we'll get that screenshot. Because I want to see how our progress is looking. I think I'm fairly confident that we've done a good job. You can also just have a bird's eye view from up top. Like, that bridge is coming along good. I think we definitely did a good job with that. Nice, quick, mainly done in a day. I guess I technically started it last night, but I did very little. Nice, quick build for the day. Don't know when I'm gonna stream next. If I'm feeling like it tomorrow, probably. See, is the light fully updated yet, or? It's hard to tell. Because we can test down here. No, it hasn't. Oh, wait, we can... Hold up. think it's in show FPS. Yeah. I don't know what half those numbers are. All I know is that, okay, the light is updating now. Good. Option, FPS off. Okay. Let's go ahead, F7. Let's get the screenshot for everybody to see. Big back pop. Having that pathway as well just makes the world feel a little bit more full, in my opinion. Like, it's just that little bit of extra detail makes there be a bit more to work with. Plus, we also no longer have that really ugly bedrock line that's been plaguing us for quite some time. I want to say, like, that's finally been fully dealt with. I can get a bird's eye view from this screenshot and check, but I'm not seeing any more of it. Maybe towards like the chat sign, potentially. Oh, I also never got around to like fully finishing that beach. I do need to do that. It's gonna be a big terraforming day. Probably just on one of my days off of work. All right, flip horizontal so that this is actually accurate to the world. But go ahead, save. Okay. Give it a moment. And then add image. Okay. Browse. Image is saved. Go to here. Leapy. And this one. Okay. Encoding overloaded. It does not like this picture. This picture of what it's not even showing. Okay. Remove. Get rid of that. Get rid of it. It absolutely despised me trying to do that. Instead, we'll just share paint.net. Alright, so this is what we've currently got of the world. Watch my screen tear a little bit. Love to see it. I love that boat. It's a little bit dinky, but for like a first time, no tutorial trying to build a boat, we did a good job. There's the chat sign. Over in the desert temple, our flag. The path will eventually go from here. Up. Undo. From like over here. It will eventually come over this way. Oh, we need to work on the... We were turning that into a farm of some sort. That's something we gotta do. And we have the mine. And we were gonna turn this into like a national park. We were gonna tear apart every single one of these towers. I don't know what name we came up with for the snowman. It's gonna take some sifting through footage to find it. I'm like 200% sure it has a name, and I just don't know what that name is. But over here, the path branches off, goes towards the bridge. We're gonna terraform over there to be a bit more like jagged and cliff-like. Reaches the path, and then the path heads to the arena. And that is coming along quite well. It's entirely dug out, so we can work on the floor whenever. We need to do the walls as well. We need to, like... We really need to clean up a whole bunch of it. The desert's good. I'm thinking eventually we'll go ahead and have, maybe on the outskirts of this village that we're working on, have there be... We could have like a taiga biome up in this corner. Like an artificial taiga biome with a little camping spot could be cute. Have a single house over there, sort of like